What's up? What's up? What's up? GT Finest in the house, chilling with Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Freestyle Friday. All right, let me get some stuff together. Wait and let a few of y'all get up in the joint. I'm late for the party myself. Just gonna have a little conversation with y'all, and you know, see what's what. All right, let's see. Make sure I got me some lighting going in here. I gotta bust some suds, but no, y'all don't want to watch me bust no suds. It's Friday, so let's see. How's everybody? How's everybody week? I'm gonna give it some time. Let some people come up in here. I'm still here. What's up? What's up? Who's that? Oh, what's up? What's up, me babe? Hold on, just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Ah. I gotta get me a set my stand up. Get me something to set my stand up. Um, I don't know. What you think I should do, me babe? Think I should sing some songs tonight? Do 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 do. Friday night, trying to get paid. YouTube bumping. Where's everybody at? I ain't got no one phone. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on a minute. T Workshop. T Workshop. What's up? What's up on a Friday night? Friday night. Freestyle Friday, y'all. Freestyle Friday. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. I was trying to think of some things to do. I done had fun. This has been a good week. I started my 7 day, um, I guess you can call it a challenge, where I'm trying to stay motivated. I'm trying to motivate my subscribers, trying to draw y'all in, trying to get to know y'all, trying to let y'all get to know me. Um, I know a lot of my subscribers are new, and uh, a lot of people don't may not have looked back at the videos and seen what my background is. But from my videos, I know when I started out, I was a whole lot more nervous in the beginning. Some of my first videos was, oh Lord, just to look back at them now myself, I'd be like, oh, I really want to delete it, but it's part of my history. It's part of my history. But just let me just give you a little breakdown. I started YouTube for all the new people. I started YouTube. Actually, I started my channel 3 years ago. I got everything together, but I got scared. I got scared. I was scared to do it. I was scared to get in front of y'all. I just got scared, and I talked myself out of it. So about 4 months, I think I've been in the game now for about 4 months, and about 4 months ago, God told me, look, do it, do it. And the confirmation to let me know that it was God speaking to me, I happen to be looking at a YouTube because I am a YouTube watcher. Like I'm a big fan of YouTube. I got people that I've been watching for years. I've seen them grow from little of nothing to big time, and I'm proud of them. They one thing about YouTube is like you become like a family. I have ones that I watch that little kids grow up from babies all the way up to almost teenagers, like 10, 11, 12, you know. So, anyway, so I was watching YouTube one day, and this preacher came on there. What's his name? Henderson. Keon Henderson. He said something like, some of y'all are sitting on your dreams. Some of y'all have plans and big ideas and too afraid to get out and go for it. And I was saying, dang, I already had got that voice. And I'm like, dang, that's me. Um, he also said something about like you be getting the ideas sometimes in your sleep. You know what I mean? He said, wake up and write it down. Because if you decided to wait, if you wait, by the time you get up, you're going to forget, which that's me. A lot of times I have a dream, time I get up, I forget all about it. Or I just remember little bits and pieces of it. So um, I say, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I started the YouTube. As you can see, I appreciate y'all watching because I know that other people have better equipment, better lighting, and stuff like that. I'm just starting out. So I appreciate y'all rolling with me and bearing with me because I'm new to the game, so but anyway, so I decided to do it, and I said, I got a story to tell. Um, I'm sure it's some people that I can help with the things that I've been through, with the lessons that I've learned, um, with my personal testimony. Um, you know, I noticed that people my age, a lot of the young people call them Unc. That's why I came up with the name Chilling with Unc, because that's what I am. That's what I am to a lot of people. A lot of people already call me that, or either old school. So, you know, it is what it is. But I appreciate all of y'all coming in and checking me out. Now I got to tell you, for those that's new, like I am visually impaired. Like I can't see very well. I have somebody from time to time that lets me know, who I'm talking to, and you know, who's speaking or whatever like that. And I don't see the captions on there, so I'm gonna stay right here. But anyway, so for Freestyle Friday, I said, I know I'm getting to know these about this stuff with YouTube, man, because a couple of my videos I done had a problem with them saying copyright issues, but it's not nothing that got me in trouble. Just little ones where it's not visible in certain territories. So I'm still getting to know that process. So, but I do know this much. I know that I can't play music like in my background, which I don't understand that because one of the YouTubers I watch, like they listen to music, and I just I don't know, but um I decided to come up with that idea, and I'm going to tell y'all what it is. If you, just in case you didn't watch the other video, I decided. Let me see. I ain't got my glasses, but oh well. Mondays was going to be Memory Mondays. That's why I talk to you and give you a memory of, something that I've been through or whatever. Something good. It'd be something good, not boring. Tuesday is Testimony Tuesday. That's why I tell you about testimonies that I've been through, or other people that I've known, testimonies. Um, Wednesday is Workout Wednesday, and I did my workout. Somehow my video wound up messed up, so my video came late. I think Wednesday night or Thursday morning or something like that. And I'm gonna tell you now, for all of those that's just starting out, like me, that's just starting to get back into trying to get yourself in shape, I urge you just to be careful and to kind of be easy with it going into it because you don't want to risk hurting yourself. I did start another channel for that because um, I noticed that when I added that to this channel here, like it's like my I don't know if my audience was going in different directions. I don't know, but I still do my workout stuff on this channel. So it's workout Wednesday. Thursday is throwback Thursday. Now, I like throwback Thursday because you know I'm gonna be kind of digging in my record collection and coming up with different songs that I can't play, but I will play the music and be singing along with it or whatever like that. And Fridays, as I say, is going to be freestyle Fridays. So it may be a little bit of everything in there. You know, I really wish that I can play some music and sing along with it. Um, I know it's different on TikTok. Um, I do have a TikTok, and they've been trying to get me to come over and do live over there, but I got to get used to this first before I can. Look, I'm old school. Like I'm not really up on everything yet. I'm gradually getting it, so I'll be doing the TikTok lives, and I know that you can play music over there because I watch some of the people with their DJ stuff and stuff like that over there. So anyway, so tonight, since we all here, let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna look on here so I can see because I ain't got my moderator with me, and I'm trying to see who's in the building. So I'm looking on here to see if I can see who's all in the building. All right, let's see. I see. What's this? Ernest. Is that Ernest? Emet. Uh, how you doing? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Love you right back. Appreciate you. Thank you. Let me see. Who else we got? I don't think. I'm going back. I don't know what that means. Well, I appreciate everybody coming and joining in with me. But like I said, you know, I do do the music stuff. I do a little bit of dancing, um, but not as much as I used to. I know when I started out, I busted out with a few dances or whatever like that. Um, I really just want to try to get to know, all of y'all and see what y'all like and just kind of just add it on too. Cause my point is to you know learn what you guys like, you know, and add it along with the things that I have planned for myself, and because I want to be able to entertain. I want y'all to feel comfortable. I want y'all to come back and check me out. Um, like I said in previous videos, like my door is open for anybody that need advice. Like let me just say off the top, like I'm not a doctor, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a lawyer, uh, I'm not no kind of professional. I'm just a old school dude that's done been through some things. I got some experiences, and I know a lot of people don't have that person, that they can really talk to, and you know, and it's a tough thing to live a life and really don't have nobody to turn to. And I know about this, personally. Like, it's really tough, you know. So I just want to be the link, the outlet for somebody that want to talk. I have people, leave me comments and ask me about different things, and I don't have no problem answering, to the best of my ability. I'm not saying that everything I say do or everything I say is right, but it's nothing wrong with people encouraging each other. And my main thing, even though, I like hip hop music and stuff like that, but I love the Lord. I love God more than anything, you know, and that's my top priority. And when it's all said and done, me and whoever is down with me, I want to be saved. I want y'all to be, okay when the time comes. So I will, represent God. Even though some people may say, well, you shouldn't be listening to this music, that music, this, that, and the other. And I try not to, have so much cussing type stuff going on like that. But listen, one thing I try to tell people is, listen, we all are sinners, and repenting and asking God forgiveness is a daily thing, and sometimes once or twice or three times out the day, you know, because just the fact of thinking of something could be a sin. So I don't. This is a no judgment zone here, and I don't really pay people attention like somebody had a problem with the DMX prayer because of the life that he lived in his past, and you know, I, I'm okay with you having an opinion about that. You have a right to feel the way that you want to feel about it. But I'm gonna say this: one, I like DMX as an artist when he was here, and two, I love the fact that he would say a prayer. I feel like um, him compared to a lot of the other rappers. Not putting nobody down, but it's not too many other rappers that even consider praying for somebody. Praying and spreading love like that towards them. If anything, people is telling you to pop mollies and all kind of this and that and the other. Which I mean, that's how they make their money. But you know, I feel like if a person is going to say something about that versus somebody saying a prayer. Like that's my opinion. But anyway, man, I'm so happy to see y'all here, man. Let me see. Oh wait a minute, my thing that went up. Okay. All right, screen. What's going on? Okay. Uh, what's that? Snowdy, what's up? What's up? Uh, what's that? Coochie Bandit. I like the name. What's up? uh, I can't get this out. Oh, that's Snowdy again. What's up? What's up? Yeah, man. But um, yeah. But like I was saying, like I just uh, I want to see how I can have like a poll where I can do some interacting with y'all and get y'all opinions on some things. Like I said, I haven't figured all of this stuff out good yet, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it down. Let's see. But for now, let me see. Uh, Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get some music going. How many people in here? Like y'all tell me like how old y'all is? What y'all age groups is in here? I know somebody asked me about a song. Let's see. Miss Maddie Weather. What's up, Miss Maddie Weather? All right. Let's see something. All right. My post y'all up right here, real quick. I ain't put your age group up here. All right. What's that? What do you call? Okay. You saying I should do some jokes? I don't know why my internet is delayed around here. Like everything is moving real slow. All right. Anyway. Yeah. So, um, anybody got plans for the weekend? Like y'all plan on doing anything? Let me try with this one. I wish I knew. Miss Maddie Weather, what's your age category? I said barbecue with family. I know that's right. That's good, man. Shoot. You know, man, let me tell you. That's one thing. I live in North Carolina now, and things are different here. And one thing I miss about Baltimore, we just had the 4th of July that passed like Fourth of July was a big thing. It was a big thing growing up in Baltimore. Like you had to go, you had to go get fresh. You had to get your outfit. You had to make sure, you know what I mean, your tennis. You had to get kitted down. Like your hair, everything had to be straight for Fourth of July. And somebody always had some kind of cookout going on. Maybe a couple of family members, and we would make our rounds. We would make our rounds and go to my aunt house, and one of my other family members on the other side, his family, I have something. We go to, man. Fourth of July was a big thing. I really miss those days and the music, like the dancing, the rapping, the singing, like all of that stuff. Like man, I really miss that here in North Carolina, and maybe like I don't know a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot of family here. And well, I have my mom. My mom lives close by, but my mom is older now, and she don't really like to cook like that, like she used to. And she really we really don't do no grilling out and stuff like that how we used to, and it's kind of boring, But the good thing about being here is it's boring, but it's a lot safer. It's a lot safer because Baltimore City now is off the chain. It's off the chain. Like, it was tough. It was tough growing up in Baltimore City. It was tough. But now it's a lot. It's a lot going on. And it's some good things going on up there, but it's a lot of it's a lot of trouble going on up there right now. And you know, an average person, like I have family that live up there, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. Like I pray for them. I pray for them, especially my aunts. Because they females, and they travel back and forwards. A couple of them travel on the buses, and I pray for them because like the young people, from what I hear and see on the news, the young people has got off the chain up there. Like you're not really safe. You're not safe. And I pray for my daughters. My daughters, I got two daughters up there and a grandson, and they also travel, and do Uber and all kind of stuff like that. And I pray for them. I pray for their safety because people are they're a lot. I hate to call people crazy, but people are they just they just don't care anymore. They just don't care anymore. They don't care about a human life. They don't care about uh, the possibility of going to jail. So I just thank God that He's kept my family shielded and protected. And down here in the South, it's typical down South type stuff going on down here, but you know, I myself haven't had no real threats like that. Couple of cases of fitting a description type things I've been through, but not really nothing serious, and I thank God for that because. And then I have a son down here. He likes to hang out and hang with his homeboys, and they got their trucks and drive around with loud music and racing and carrying on. I fear for them. I fear for them because one, they drawing negative attention to themselves, and two, they're putting themselves at risk. You know, for danger. One of his friends actually wound up flipping his truck because he took a curve too fast. I believe he hit a wet spot and flipped his truck. And thank God for him, he had his seatbelt on, or that would have been it for him. So this, I try to talk to young people like y'all don't need to do that. Like I remember, I mean, listen, I ain't no judge, I ain't no hypocrite, because I seen a time where I had that need for speed. You couldn't tell me nothing. We would race and stuff all the time, especially when I first started driving. But it was one thing that slowed me down with it. I didn't stop. It was one thing that slowed me down. We were on a highway racing, and I had a small car at the time, and I was getting it. And all of a sudden, I swear, it felt like the car was starting to leave the ground, like I was about to start flying. And I actually felt the car like it was the spookiest thing I ever experienced driving. And when that happened, immediately I said, I was doing like 100 in a little car. When when that happened, I said, oh no, oh no. I broke that thing down real quick. And and actually, you know what? It was God wanted me there too. I should have saved that for testimony. Cause guess what? The guy I was racing with, he kept going. I slowed mine down. I got back down to 55. That's what the speed limit was. I said, forget that. I'm not doing that. And guess what? I got up the road about 4 miles up the road. The police had my friend pulled over. I said, see that would have been me. That would have been me right there. And what make it so bad, not that it's nothing to brag about, but I didn't even have no driver's license. Now don't y'all be out there driving. Say Unc said it's okay to drive without a driver's license. No, it's not. It's not okay. It's very, very dangerous. And it's very unsafe. And then to be out there speeding, doing 100 miles an hour like that with no driver's license, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. So I thank God that He shielded me like so many times. But I ain't gonna give too many of my testimonies away. But I forgot about that. I just was mentioning about the car thing. But yeah, but it's good if you got family that you can go and spend time with, because one thing nowadays, like family don't really stick together like they used to. So if you do have family that love on you, and you can go on and spend time with and feel good with them, they feel good with you, y'all look forward to each other, man, that's a blessing. That's a blessing, because we living in a selfish world. We living in a selfish world, and a lot of people just about themselves. They ain't really caring nothing about nobody else. It's a me. It's a me world. Me, myself, and I, like Beyonce said. So wait, let me get my water. I'm still waiting for Deer Park to call me, y'all. They ain't called me yet. But yeah. So I just wanted to take the day. I wanted to get to know y'all, and just you know starting to learn some names. I seen a couple of people that's came back, and I appreciate it. And I want y'all all to be able to come back. I know that I'm different than other people, but I got something to say. You know what I'm saying? And I got some good information. I got some good information. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make you laugh, and some of my stories I might even make you cry. I might pull out a tear every once in a while, because, like I said, I done been through some stuff. But you know, I just had a birthday. I just turned 53 on July the 1st. And um, I said this year I was going to be more bold. You know, I was going to try to go outside of the box, get outside of my comfort zone more, stop being afraid, and just start living. Start living and blogging and the whole 9 yards. Like um, we had a chance to go out and eat at a restaurant, and um, it wasn't the greatest, but I gotta give them props though because we've eaten there before several times, and the food is usually pretty good. But this last time, I don't know, I don't know who the chef was back there, but um, you know, he needed a little bit of pointers, on how to, properly prepare meat, especially when you're talking about meat. You know, meat has to be, prepared, or you can get sick. You can easily get sick if it's not prepared right. You know, um, let me see. All right, so only one person's got the age 46. All right, well, let me ask y'all this. Um, what type of music y'all like? Like, um, somebody liked the song that I did the other day with old school. Who's that? Lenny Williams. Now, that's one thing that I can say. My father was he was in a band. Now, back in the day, if you ever look at TV, especially for young people, if you ever look at TV, you look at stuff like the Temptations, or what's that? The Five Heartbeats. That's how they used to be. They had groups like that. And my father was in a band. Actually, a couple of guys that he was in a band with, like they played instruments, and he was a singer. And I got, I think I started getting my love for music from him, because that song right there, what's the name of that song? I think it's called "I Love You" from Lenny Williams. Is that "I Love You"? I think it's "I Love You," Lenny Williams. My father used to sing that song to my mother, and that song, I didn't understand it when I was a kid. They played it a lot, and that's probably why I got it in my memory. But I didn't understand it. But when I got older and I started experiencing love and stuff like that, them words started meaning something to me. And for I know it, like I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that song. I really like that song. That's my favorite old school song of all time. That "I Love You," Lenny Williams, Lenny Williams. But I had somebody that told me that that they love that song also. I was like, yeah, that's one of the greatest. And then in my era, like we had stuff like Jodeci. Um, Drew Hill came later. Who was that? Silk. That was the Boys the Men. Like those were the groups that we grew up on, and before that, like you had rap groups that go way back, like the Fat Boys, Run DMC, who else? LL Cool J, stuff like that. Like that's what we got in on. Like I said, I was always the singer, and my cousin was more the rapper. Like I could rap, but I never could write raps like I could songs. Even though you would think it's the same thing, but as far as me sitting down and writing a rap, I couldn't do that. But I can sit down and write a song. And um, those were good times growing up. Let me see if I got. Trying to keep eye on y'all. Okay. Okay. Yeah, those were good times. Growing up and listening to that music, and like I said, some of the music that the older folks would listen to was we would we would be annoyed. We would be annoyed like why they listening to them songs. And I remember my mom saying, and some of the other aunts saying uh, negative things about our generation and our music. That's when rap music, hip hop was really starting to come in, and they were saying so much about it and telling us that we need to listen to this. This is real music. This is real love music. And I remember us being like, no, no, that's noise. What we listening to, that's real music. And um, the strangest thing, and I gotta admit it, I gotta admit it. Even though like it's a shame what happened to the man. Lord, it's a shame what happened to the man. Mm-mm-mm. R. Kelly. R. Kelly was a big, big hit. He was a big, big hit growing up. Um, like his music was celebrated everywhere, everywhere I went, and it's a shame, you know, how things turned out for him. Like it's a shame, you know. But some of his music, like I was known for some of his music. Like I liked it so much at one point, and I didn't even do it on purpose. One day for 4th of July, remember I told you 4th of July, like we had to get our outfits and stuff. We had to get straight. One year they had the shirts with the cutout sleeves. They looked like vests. They looked like vests, but they was like cloth shirts, and you could buy it with the matching shorts. It was like a whole short set. I had that thing. I got me one of them outfits. It was like an off white, and I got my new glasses. Let me see. Did I have a hat? Nah, I ain't really wear no hats back then because I had good hair. Like I had waves in my hair. Like my hair, I had good hair. So I ain't really wear no hats like that back in the day. And I popped up on the scene, and people's like, he looked like R. Kelly. He looked just like R. Kelly. I was like, R. Kelly. And somebody showed me that album cover. He had on like a similar jacket, uh, like type of get up. And I was like, I wasn't trying to be like R. Kelly. Like I went shopping, I saw this outfit. I was like, yeah, like this is me right here. So I got it, But just to celebrate, when we got together and we started doing our little thing. Of course, I had to bust out some R. Kelly songs, and you know, one thing like I've I've never well I was never the type of person that was ever overconfident. You know, I was the type of person like I was more chill. Like if I saw like a pretty girl, like it would take a little bit of motivation from somebody for me to going over there and talk to her versus my brother. Now my brother, he talk to anybody. He didn't care. Like he like he had overflowing confidence. But me, like I had to be nudged a little bit. But whenever I did get the get up, the nerve to go and do it, like when I got over around her, like I start to flow, I feel confident, I get to talking and I'm good. It's just initially going over there is where I had my little problem, growing up. Um but what helped me is singing. Singing really helped me because when we would get together and we would sing, I'm gonna tell you, Jodeci was really popular around that time. And in Baltimore, like every song, every love song that came out, they had it in a mix. It was a mix going on with it. So they'd speed it up, they'd put a beat with it, and it'd be mixed, it'd be sounding good. So we would go down and get together and we'd be singing the songs and rapping them or whatever. And the females would just gather around. They'd be like, oh, he sound good. See, that kind of helped me. That kind of helped me. So, like, at that time in my life, I really didn't have to be nudged to go try to holler at nobody because when I would sing, it was like they were all just coming. Like, I felt like a celebrity, to be honest. And I ain't bragging on myself. I'm telling you, this was a fun time in my life. Like, I felt really confident, about my singing. I felt confident. Like, I could bust a rap or whatever. Like, my cousin, he would write some raps or whatever, and he'd write me a little something. And I could do that, but I could never write it myself. But, that was a good time in my life. And I will always treasure those memories, those good times like that because, like I said, I came from a church background. Like no kind of, I didn't have no kind of street life. Like all I did, like 5, 6 days out of the week was church, 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 and my cousins, like I said, would have parties and stuff like that, and nah, my mother said, nah, he can't go. He got church in the morning. And I used to be like, dang, man, I'm missing out on all the fun. I remember sitting in the house just like this. I don't have no fun. And what make it so bad, when the street lights come on, I had to come in the house. But listen, I ain't mad about it though. I ain't mad about it because listen, I was a little bit behind as far as street knowledge. When I did leave home and I went out in the streets, I was a little bit behind, but I know that my mother, what she was doing was guiding, giving me guidance. She was giving me guidance, and it probably saved me from going out there and getting in some kind of trouble or, being hurt or something like that. So I really appreciate it. Looking back on it, like I'm not mad about it. I was back then. Daggone, as soon as I was going in the house when the street lights come on, all the kids was going outside. And I used to look out my window and I hear all the kids out there playing and having a good time. And I'm sitting in the house. That was a pitiful time, but I appreciated looking back on it because it helped me, you know, in the long run. But when when I did leave home and I got around my cousins and I started seeing different things like It was a whole totally different world. Now, I did try. I did start out. I'm gonna be honest. I did start out going to church every Sunday, even when I left home. I continued to go to church, but after a while, and then something happened at the church that kind of messed me up, and I said I'm not going back there. Now I said that I was gonna go to another church, but I actually never did. I mean I visited other churches, but I never went to a new church and found a new church home until really until recently. Like I would visit churches, but I never really found one that I felt really comfortable with. You know. Now I had one in mind, but I won't make a total complete decision until I actually get there, get in the congregation, and get the feel for everything, get involved, and then I'll make a decision on whether I'm going to make that my base. But anyway, uh, I ain't gonna bore y'all about that stuff. But listen, I just want, like I said, today I wanted to do this Freestyle Friday. I want to take some time and get to know my people. I want to also thank y'all for coming in and tuning in with me. Like on a Friday, y'all could be anywhere, but y'all decide to chill with me, and I appreciate that. You know, like I said, I'm working on some new ideas to keep y'all entertained, to keep y'all smiling, to put a smile on your face. Like these some hard times that we're experiencing, and one thing we can use is a smile, and another thing we can use is encouragement, and that's what my channel is all about. Trying to put a smile on somebody's face and trying to give somebody some good encouragement because that's what we do. We uplift each other. The same way I'm reaching out and trying to encourage, I watch other YouTubers that does the same thing. I don't hate on nobody. Like anybody that's trying to be positive, trying to help people, like I support you 100% because that's me. That's what I'm trying to do. It's too much negative stuff out here for me to want to be a part of being a negative person. I don't want. I just want to be positive. I want to help. I want to make you smile. I want to make you laugh about something. Like the same way I used to laugh when my uncles was my age and they sitting around, they singing, and I mentioned in one of my other videos, my uncle used to like this song called "Down Home Blues." I don't know who the artist is. I don't know who sings it, but the song goes something like "Down Home Blues, Down Home Blues." All she wanted to hear was the down home blues all night long. He used to play that song. I used to be like, oh, would please turn it off, turn it off. But I'm older now. I'm older now, and I kind of understand it. I actually took the time and I listened to the words, and a lot of back in the day, I wasn't into country music except Kenny Rogers. Now I did like Kenny Rogers, but I wasn't really into music outside of rap or hip hop. It wasn't until I got older when I started appreciating all types of music, all types of music. And like it's so many artists out here, like it's so much talent out here when it come down to the music industry. Like it's a lot of talent, and some of the songs that I hear on this YouTube, like it's like I love it. I love it. You know, I don't know if y'all know them guys. Imagine Dragons. When they came out, when I first heard them for the first time, I was like, yeah, I can get with that. I can get with that. Like I thought they was kind of hot, but like with them instruments, they kind of the new age of back in the day. Well, before my time, they had the Eagles, and my favorite song of the Eagles was uh, Hotel California, and they would sing the song, and the guys sound good singing, but it was something about how they played those instruments and how they just be, oh my goodness, it does something to you when when you hear like all of those instruments like come together and you add some good vocals along with it. Like that's one of my favorite old school bands, the Eagles. And really be honest, I really like that song. Out of all of their songs that they sing, it was that song. That song had me. uh, Hotel California. That's my favorite song of theirs. Um, but like I said, I grew up on Temptations and all that stuff like that, and it's a couple good songs of theirs that I like, But I don't know what generation y'all is, but I grew up in the Michael Jackson generation. When Michael Jackson was doing this thing, oh my gosh, we was wanting to be Michael Jackson so bad. Everybody was getting those leather jackets and having that little white glove. I didn't do all that. Well, really, I couldn't afford it. My mom wasn't gonna pay all that money and buy that mess for me. Like you ain't get no daggone Michael Jackson glove. You got some money to pay for it? I said no, man. Then you ain't getting it. Like, dang. But I seen some of my cousins. They be running around. They be doing a backslide and be doing that Michael Jackson stuff, and I'm like, dang. But they would share it with me and let me put it on and do my little Michael Jackson imitation or whatever like that. But to me, like Michael Jackson, like he go down to be like one of the greatest. Like between his music, his videos, and his dance, like it's no comparison to me. Like I know some other good dancers and artists out here, but I don't think nobody could do it like Michael Jackson. And my favorite song of Michael Jackson's is "Remember the Time." I remember uh, they had on TV, regular TV, not cable, because we didn't have cable at the time, but they had regular TV. They said Michael Jackson was debuting his new hit single, "Remember the Time." And man, all of us, man, we was running like we couldn't wait for it to come on. We couldn't wait for it to go down. We got in front of the TV and that thing came on. Dun 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 dun. Man, they started doing them dances and stuff, and he was singing, and then he had Magic Johnson in there, and Eddie Murphy in there, and was that Naomi Campbell, I believe, was in it. Zeus, well, Debo, they call, well, I don't know what his real name is, but he was Zeus back in the day, in the wrestling days, and then he became Debo off of Friday. He was on there, and man, that was the best video I ever seen in my life. But at that point, when I saw that, I was like, wow. Like we was all just amazed on how perfect everything was. And ever since, I can listen to that as if it was yesterday. Like it just came out yesterday. I can listen to that over and over. I can watch that video. You know when you love something so much where you can watch it over and over, like the movie Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin. I can watch that movie over and over. I know what's going to happen. I know what they're going to say, but that movie is funny. That is a funny movie. But anyway, like I said, I just want to get to know y'all. I'm talking about myself. Let me see. Somebody said, "Hey, what's that, Mitch? What's up? What's up, man? What's up? How you doing?" Uh, why you say you don't? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I appreciate you coming in and checking me out, Mitch and everybody. I appreciate y'all coming in. But like I said, today is Freestyle Friday, and um, I talked about the things that I'm gonna be doing throughout the week. I hope y'all check me out. I hope that y'all can be entertained and that y'all come in and you know, for those that haven't subscribed, I hope you come and subscribe and be a part of my team um, as I grow and I haven't reached the level where I can start getting monetized or whatever that like that yet. But when I get to that point and I start moving ahead, I'll start to have a little bit better equipment and stuff like that. And the visibility will be better, the lighting will be better. But I appreciate y'all coming in, even with the lighting that I have, which is not great. I appreciate y'all coming and checking me out either way, and hearing me out. And like I said, I want to get to know y'all. I want to get some ideas about what y'all like, and I gave you a rundown on some of the things that I plan to do um, from Sunday to Saturday. I got something going on because I'm on a mission to win y'all subscriptions. Like I really want y'all to be a part. I really want to grow, and I want to grow with y'all. Like it's not all about you know subscribers counts. Like I really want to be a good positive influence for you guys. And your feedback is positive influence for me. Like you helping me, I'm helping you. That's how I look at it. I know the YouTube world is very large. It's so much going on, so much to see, so much to watch, and I know you probably have your own favorites. Because that's me. Like I said before, I started mine. Like it's at least five of them that I watch constantly. Faithfully, I should say. So I get it. But I'm starting my own thing. I'm doing my own thing, and I want y'all to be a part of it. And I want to grow, and I want y'all to grow with me. And like I said, if there's anything that uh, I can help you with, any questions you have about anything, if you watch some of my other videos, like I got videos like Man and Up. It's called Man Up. It's teaching you um, that uh, as a man, you have to start making moves and doing things the way God designed us to do. A lot of men are sitting around and waiting for the women, and I'm not judging nobody, because it took me a while myself to get away from mom, which is another one of my videos. Uh, Mama's boy syndrome. Now, a lot of young people experience that, and it's not taking away your love from your mom. It's just you growing as a man, and you becoming your own. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do to break away from your mom, especially like my mom raised me. Like my dad, he wasn't there. It was my mom. So, and I'm not gonna go all into that because I want y'all to check it out. But it was hard for me to make decisions myself as a man without me saying, "Mom, what you think?" And as a man, like you can't live like that, especially when you going into relationships. Like your woman is dependent on you to be the muscle, to be the man. She ain't wanting you to go and ask your mom what to do. But I did it. I did it, and my mom felt like I threw her under the bus when I did that video, and I said, "Mom, I'm not throwing you under the bus. It's just I had to grow as a man. It's not taking nothing away from the love that you gave me, the encouragement that you gave me, advice. Is I had to start making my own decisions for myself and for my family, and not relying on you to tell me what to do. Like it's no shade. It's not. I'm not throwing you under the bus. Like I really had to sit down and explain. You just threw me under the bus. I had to explain to her, no, I never would do that. Like I really appreciate, everything that my mom done. Like it wasn't perfect, but she was there. She was there for the most part. Even when I wound up getting put out, she still would drop by and make sure that she checked to see, make sure that I was okay. Even though I thought it was kind of foul, but all of that's in my previous videos. But listen, this Friday, and I'm happy to be here. We blessed. We made it through another week. We got the weekend tomorrow. Uh, what I got for tomorrow? Tomorrow, I don't know. That's Sunday. Saturday, I got uh simple, simple Saturday. So tomorrow, tomorrow I'll do something simple. I might just go down to the, what's that? Go to the lake, or either go over to my other little area up there and just uh, walk around there, get my exercise on, and do a little video, and you know talk to y'all about some stuff or whatever like that. Like I said, before this week started, I felt like depression was starting to come back on me, and I actually considered quitting, but it was nothing but the devil trying to get me to turn back. So I'm just gonna say that now. But I decided. That's why I decided that I was going to go on and make me this list out. And like I said, I want to win y'all over. I'm gonna show y'all my list. I wrote it all down. No, y'all can't see it, but I came in here and I said, I'm trying to recreate myself. I'm trying to draw y'all in. I'm trying to get to know y'all. I want y'all to get to know me. So I'm gonna go on and do some things. Now, one thing I can do is sing. Um, I love doing the music. I wish I can sing along with the music, but I know that with the YouTube rules, I can't play the music and actually sing with it. That's copyright problems or whatever like that. So I have to just do the lip sync thing. But from time to time, I might break out with a little song or whatever, and sing for y'all, and in my own way, drop a little something, something. Whenever I get the nerve, if I feel like singing or whatever, I'm just gonna go and throw that record on, and go on and put that video on up there, just to you know, just to get your head bobbing a little bit, get you into a whatever. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. This is what you got to do when when you're going to through a point where you feeling down about things. You got to find things to help uplift you. And I love music. I love music. I love music. So that's definitely gonna be one of my sources. And I know a lot of other people love music too. That's why I'm trying to find out what y'all like, and whatever feedback I get back. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, but y'all comments that's in this live, soon as I end this live, like I won't see y'all comments no more. So if y'all ever say anything to me that you want me to remember, just leave me a message. You know what I'm saying? Leave me a comment on a video or whatever like that, and I'll definitely respond back because as best as I can, especially right now early, I comment on everybody that sends me a comment. So you're welcome to send me a comment. Like, if you want to hear a particular song or whatever, even if I can't sing it, I'll put something together where you be able to hear the song or whatever with it, and go from that point. But either way, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I done already been on here for a while, but I just want y'all to know that I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in and chilling with an old man like me, chilling with Unc. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna be seeing y'all. I'm gonna be seeing more of y'all. I got something going down on Monday. Let me see what I got. Let me tell you about this real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all out of here. On Monday, y'all make sure y'all tune in because I'm gonna do a live on Monday. Even though Monday is memory, memory Monday, but that's not that memory is going to be something different. But Monday, I'm going to be talking about. Um, my title is "I Suffered, I Learned, and dang, I can't even read my own writing. Oh, I suffered, I learned, and I changed. I suffered, I learned, and I changed. That's going to be some good positive information for you, uh, encouraging, help you along the way. I hope y'all come back and tune in for that. That's Monday at 9. I'll be trying not to be late to this one. I was a little bit late getting in here to this one. I got distracted. But um, thanks again. Y'all make sure you to leave a like. Please, please leave a like. Um, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I'll be sure to see y'all in the next one. And I appreciate y'all. But that's all I got. But like I always say, to the next time, love, peace, and blessings to all of y'all. And y'all have a great weekend. All right? Period. I'm out.